Hi and welcome to Southern Shooters. My name's Rusty. Today we're continuing our 5-gun comparison by having an in-depth look at the Howa 1500. This is the rifle here. It's made in Japan by Howa machinery. It's sold all around the world under different brands, Howa being the one here in Australia. It's also sold as a Weatherby Vanguard in Australia, as well as the Mossberg and the Smith & Wesson in other parts of the world. It's an excellent rifle. It's the cheapest one out of the 5. And it's very well made. Let's have a closer look. Having a look at the bolt, it's a 2-lug locking mechanism. It also has a machined out extractor on the side here, a little bit more reliable and more consistent than the one that sits in on the bolt face. The bolt handle is very comfortable to use. It's nothing special, there's no knurling marks or anything on it. The bolt's unpolished, as you can see. It doesn't seem to cause much problem, it's still very smooth and very slick. We'll return that to the firearm now. Having a look at the safety on this, it's a 3-position safety. So you can either lock the bolt in, have the bolt released but the trigger won't pull, or of course in the fire position. The bolt releases around the other side. Pull that back, this button here, and pull it out. Very simple. Not the sturdiest of designs, but it definitely works well. This rifle has a floor plate on it with an internal box magazine. The one thing I don't like about it is that you have to push from the front, so when you push, it comes down and pushes on your finger. I prefer the button to be on the inside, so when you release it, it can fall down, but I guess the benefit is that it doesn't go everywhere and you lose your rounds on the ground. As far as mounting options go, you can see here we've got a Picatinny rail on top. The joy of the Howa, it's actually based loosely on the Remington 700. So actually in 2-piece bases will take the same as a Remington, probably make it easier to find mounts for. If you are looking for single piece, generally make sure it's specified to be either for the Howa 1500 or for the Weatherby Vanguard. They are the same gun, effectively. Let's pull it apart and have a bit of a closer look. Okay, I've pulled the rifle apart. This is the recoil lug. It's actually machined into the action, so it's going to be very strong. The action holes on this are right at the rear and right at the front, giving it good balance. The trigger mechanisms there, as you can see, we're going to go into that a little bit more detailed across all the rifles, so we'll save that one for then. Okay, taking a look at the stock. It's a Howa stock, so this is an aftermarket stock that actually comes standard, but it's not made by Howa. It's a very grippy stock and a rubberised stock, so when you are out and you're in poor conditions like rain or snow, you're going to be holding onto it very tightly and very well, especially if you've got gloves on. It'll also still retain a lot of friction. The action's mounted into these pillars, so they're actually part of the stock. The downside is that the whole internals is plastic, which is not great for mounting. However, your pillars there are quite strong, so they will help. 2 sling studs on it, front and rear, and it's got quite a generous recoil pad on it. That's not necessarily huge to on a 223 like what we've got, but in your larger calibers it's definitely a consideration. Well, that's a Howa 1500. It's the cheapest rifle we've got in our 5-gun comparison, and I think it's going to do very well. It's got a great reputation out there, and if you own one, please write in, let us know how you go with it. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.